Hey guys, my name is Debbie, and you're welcome to Debbie's Eyes. My I was about to say my new YouTube channel, but don't mind me. You're welcome to Debbie's Eye, my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please, you're welcome. Please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please and please, in fact, I'm begging you, it's not feel free. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it. Basically, just share your thoughts with me. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I do not take your support for granted. It means a lot to me that every Sunday you come on here to watch videos of me, to listen to me talk, to watch me talk about, anything. And, it really means a lot to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So on today's episode of Debbie's Eye, I'm going to be talking about self-care. Now, I was really confused about the title of this video. I was like, am I really talking about self-care or basically things that I do? I'm talking about myself actually. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about me, things that I do to not feel overwhelmed. Or there are times in my life where if I feel like I've gone too long, if I've gone days, if I've gone weeks without doing any of these things, it begins to get to me, it begins to affect my mental health. So I wasn't really sure. I was like, is that self-care? In a way, technically it's self-care. It's something that I do to care for myself, my mind and my soul. Like I need it for me to be okay. I need it for me to be sane. So in a way, yeah, I think it's self-care. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, the things that I do to keep me sane, to keep me grounded. So first of all, the most important thing, lazy mornings. I love lazy mornings. And now when I say lazy mornings, I work a 9 to 5, or should I say 8 to 4? Yeah, I go to work by 8 and I come back by 4. So most mornings I wake up by 6. I wake up by 6:30. So when I wake up, I'm always in a hurry. Like I'm trying to get this done, clean up my house, take my bath, get dressed, prepare for work. But my favorite mornings are lazy mornings, mornings whereby I wake up, I don't have anything pressing or important to do. I lay in bed sometimes because I go to work by 8, so automatically my body clock, I'm used to waking up around that 6:30. So on those lazy mornings, when I wake up by that time, I know that I don't have anything important to do. So I go back to bed, or I'm just on my bed, I'm on my phone, I'm texting, going through Instagram. I love lazy mornings. And if I go weeks without having any of those mornings where I get like enough sleep, I'm just chilling, like it starts to mess me up. So first of all, lazy mornings is very important to me. If I have to go to work for a whole week, I need my Saturday to be free to keep me sane and grounded. So yeah, lazy mornings is very important to me. Secondly, saying a prayer when I wake up. I'm not going to come up here and lie and say, oh, I pray every day, I pray every morning. I pray every morning. Although I think, well, I do pray every morning, but I don't pray well every morning. There are some mornings when I wake up and wake up and I'm just like, oh, thank you, Father, for waking me up. That's also a prayer because I'm talking to God. But when I say pray every morning, I mean like an in-depth conversation every morning. I'm a bit of a church girl. I believe in God so much and I love God. And days when I have conversations with God about my day, like I wake up, I listen to worship songs, or I sing from my heart. In fact, whichever one, maybe I'm listening to worship or I'm singing from my heart, I read a verse of the Bible, I pray, not that, oh, I'm running late for work. Thank you, Jesus, for waking me up, protecting me, guiding me, not that type of prayer. I mean, when I calm down, my spirit is calm, my mind is calm, and I talk to God. I'm a crybaby. Like I cry over every little inconvenience. I know how to cry. So if I'm praying and I'm crying to God, like it means that I'm really communicating and I'm talking to Him. So that's like a very, very important thing for me. So if I go too long without having that special day that I actually pour my heart out to God, it actually begins to get to me. So mornings, day when I start my morning with God, it makes me feel good, it makes me feel right. So it's something that I do for self-care. Another important thing that I like to do is I love to take green tea. There's something about green tea. I take other kinds of tea. I think I like tea. I take ginger tea as well. Well, basically, those are the only two teas I take. I take ginger tea as well because it's sweet. I love the taste. But there's something about green tea. Green tea is very soothing. It calms me down. And you can't take tea in a hurry. So if you are taking green tea, it means you have to sit down. You need to savor it. You need to enjoy the taste. So taking green tea every morning, I don't get to take it every morning because some mornings I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm running late, I'm in a hurry to do this. And even on days when I'm not even running late, I'm still going to wake up around my usual time, but I can't be still enough to actually enjoy my cup of to actually enjoy my cup of green tea. So those mornings where I sit down, I drink my green tea, I love it and I enjoy it. It's very, very important to me. And also another thing I do for self-care, I love to clean my I love to okay, I think I'm mixing up the order. I love to work out. Now, I don't like the before process of working out. I don't like the during process of working out, but I love the after. When I'm done with my exercise, and I'm one of those people that I'll just do two sit-ups and then I look at the mirror and I can see all of my ass protruding. So yeah, I love the after of workout. The before is usually, God, do I need to work out today? Maybe I should not work out today. Now wow. Then the during is, this thing is painful. Are you sure I will not just give up? Maybe I should just stretch my body and do yoga today. So I don't really enjoy the before and the during, but the after I feel so good when I'm sweating, my abs is all tucked in. I'm always like, mm. So I really love the after process of working out. And there's this app I use in working out. This what's the name? Is it okay? I'm going to after as in by the end of this video, I'll check for the name of the app and I'm going to like put it in the description. So if you're interested in working out, if you need simple home exercises that you can do by yourself, you can just download the app and it's really cool and it's very easy to use. So that's the app that I love to work out with. Another thing I like to do for self-care is I love to clean my house. Now, I don't like the before. No, I don't like the process of cleaning. I'm a very lazy girl. I don't like chores. I'm a last born, so I don't like chores. But I like cleaning my house before going out because when I step in, like when I get back, maybe from work or from church or wherever it is that I went to, I don't like to see a pile of clothes on my bed. I don't like to step on sand. I like to come home to a well laid bed. Everywhere is clean, everything, everywhere is sparkly. Like it just calms me down. Do you understand? Like if I step out and I go through all the hustle and bustle of the day and I have to come back to a dirty apartment, like it just demoralizes me, it brings me down. So cleaning my house, just laying my bed, making sure everything is in order, making sure the kitchen there are no dirty dishes is something that I do to, protect my mental health because outside is a war zone on its own. I cannot come home to my bed not being arranged. So that's something that I also love to do. Important thing that I love to do for self-care is I love to listen to music or listen to podcasts. Now, my favorite genre of music is Afrobeat and R&B. I love Afrobeats. I mean, Nigeria gets to the core, so I absolutely love Afrobeats. And then I also love to listen to podcasts. Although right now I don't really have like a favorite. I don't know if it's called channel on podcasts. I don't have any. If not, I'd love to share it with you guys. But I'm still trying to like figure it out. But I know that I absolutely love listening to this girl, Extra Almond. And I'm not really just trying to like hype her up or anything, but I really enjoy her content. I think she's very, very authentic, and I'm drawn to authenticity. I love people who are authentic. I love people who stay true to themselves, who are vulnerable, and I think she's that kind of person. I love listening to her. Her voice is very soothing and calming, so I love to listen to her as well. Aside her, I can't really think of anybody that I would say, okay, this is my favorite person on podcast, so I want you to subscribe. Nah, I don't have that. But in I hope in the nearest future I'll be able to like compile a list of all of my favorite podcasts and share it with you guys. So listening to music is very, very therapeutic for me. And one random thing about me is I don't like noise. I don't like really loud and unnecessary noise. I don't like it, but on mornings when maybe when I'm doing chores or I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I love to listen to music. Like, it helps time go by faster and you're just like having fun. You need to hear me listen to you need to hear me sing R&B songs. Like I can sing. Oh, don't So I love to listen to music. I love to listen to podcasts. Another thing I enjoy doing is journaling. I like to write. I like to write about how I feel, the things that are going on in my head, because When I was actually much younger, I had a problem expressing myself. I didn't know how to talk to people, to like really say what's going on in my head. So I always used to write down how I feel. These days, I've actually learned how to talk. Basically, I'll tell you exactly how I feel about a particular situation, but I miss writing about how I feel. I don't write as much because having a diary, it could fall into the wrong hands, and maybe the person can like read your really private and intimate thoughts and misunderstand, and that kind of thing. So I don't journal as much as I used to, but the times that I do, whenever I'm overwhelmed, whenever I'm really sad, and I sit down and I write down how I feel, whatever it is that is going on with me, it really helps me. It makes me feel so much better. So I love to journal. Another weird thing that I like to do, that if I don't do for a very long time, it starts to get to me, is getting my nails done. Now, the one time in my life when I was depressed, I hope that one day I'm actually brave enough or courageous enough to actually sit down in front of a camera and say, oh, this is what happened at a certain time in my life. This is what made me depressed, and all of that. So the one time in my life that I was depressed, and I begged God to take me out of this depression. I was like, God, please, like, I can't take it anymore. I am so sad. Help me. I need to feel better. One thing that helped me was getting my hair done and getting my nails done. It's silly, I know, but it really helps me, because most especially getting my nails done, because I love to fix my nails, but because I work in a hospital, I don't get to do it as often as I want to, because it's not really hygiene and all of that, hospital getting your nails done, so I don't really get to do it as much as I want to. The only time I really get to do my nails is when I'm off work, maybe I'm on leave and all of that. But getting my nails done is very, very therapeutic for me, because whenever I'm sad or whenever a bad thought comes in, I just look at my hands, and my fingers are so pretty, and it makes me feel happy. I don't know why, but just getting my nails done makes me feel really, really happy. And like I said, then when I was depressed, I was always like every 2 weeks, I was getting a new set, I was changing my hairstyle, and it was something that was able to get me out of my. I'll also talk about another thing, reading a good book. I love books. I love to read. I love novels. I love romance, historical romance, comedy, fiction. I really love to read. So when I find a good book that I love, and I've read so many books, so it's like for me to be impressed, like it takes a lot. But when I find a good book, like a book that I love, I get lost in it. So I love to read. So when I find a good book, so when I go for long periods without reading, books is like my escape. Because when I was young, I think books was one of the ways I bonded with my dad. My dad loves to read. He had like this huge library at home with different collection of books. So one of the ways we bonded was through books. He would give me books, complex books, books that were like that a child my age was not supposed to be reading. He would give it to me, and I would read and tell him all about it. He bought me lots of books. So yeah, I was able to bond with my dad through books. So reading is actually very, very important and key to me. I love to read. I love to escape. Books is like my escape. I don't read as much as I should. For how much I love reading, I don't read it as much as I should, and it's something that I really, really want to change. I want to read more because I love to be lost in books. So reading a good book really does wonders for my mental health. Like it calms me down, it distracts me from whatever is going on. It just puts me in this fairy tale happy place. I love books. I love intrigue. So yeah, reading a good book, it does lots of wonderful things to me. Another thing that I try to do whenever I start to feel overwhelmed is I try to go out alone. I don't have lots of friends around me where I stay, and sometimes when I'm in the mood to go out, none of my friends is available. The few times that I've gone out by myself, I loved it. I enjoyed it. Just sitting down, being on my phone, doing my own thing, enjoying the view, spending time outside with myself. It's something that I really love and I really enjoyed, and I want to do more of. I really want to do more of that. Going out alone, going out by myself, sitting by myself, talking to myself. I'm beginning to fall more in love with myself. I love to, communicate with myself. So that's something that I most definitely would want to do more. And also, whenever I start to feel overwhelmed, I like to take breaks from social media. It could be just uninstalling my WhatsApp. For me, I feel like WhatsApp is very toxic. Like, I don't know, the people closest to you, they are actually the worst people. Sorry to say, but I feel like WhatsApp is very toxic to me. But it's just one of those apps that you don't like, but you need it. Do you understand? You just need it because they share a lot of information on there. All of your family, your friends, they are there. So whenever I feel overwhelmed, I try to limit my use of social media. Sometimes I go off Instagram, I go off WhatsApp and all of that. Sometimes you could maybe I could be having personal issues and I'm just feeling really stressed. I could go off, or sometimes I couldn't even be something personal. I remember during that NSAS period, I could not stay on social media because it was like every post you swipe up to, there's something about NSAS, and it was very, very heartbreaking. So it was a very painful and traumatizing experience for me. I had to go off social media. So whenever I start to feel overwhelmed or stressed, I like to take a social media break. And now the next one I want to talk about is probably like the most important thing to me. I absolutely love to spend time with my family. My family, they mean the whole world to me. Nobody makes me happy like my family. I love to be with my family, my parents, my siblings, my nephews. They bring so much joy. I don't have a niece, quite unfortunately. God, please give me a niece. I beg. I want a niece. I don't have a niece, but my nephews, I love them so much. I would do anything for them. The innocence in their face, the joy, they just make me so happy. So I love to spend time with my family. Whenever I start to feel overwhelmed, like if I whenever I'm home, I don't remember any of my problems. I don't remember whatever it is that is making me sad. So I love to go home. I love to spend time with my family. If I'm sad, and I want to remain in my sadness, I don't go home, because the minute I go home, I'm happy, I'm laughing, I'm cracking jokes with my sister. I love my sister so much. She's the sweetest person I know, the kindest. She takes care of me. She does so many stuff for me. So I love to be with her. I love her so much. I love you, Jenny. I hope she watches this video. But yeah, I love her so much. So I love to spend time with my family. Another thing that I love to do is decluttering. Clutter gives me anxiety, and it's crazy because I have a very small apartment. So when I moved into my apartment, I said, okay, I was going to stay here for 2 years, and somehow I think this is my fourth year, and I still have not moved out. But by God's grace, this year I would move out because I cannot. My apartment is very small. My wardrobe is falling apart, even though I don't even have clothes. I don't know what is. I don't even know what's the wardrobe's problem. I don't have clothes, but my wardrobe is falling apart. So like I like space. I like space. It's another reason why I love to go out. When I stay in a confined place for too long, I start to feel like the walls are closing in on me. So I love space. I like to go out. So my apartment is actually quite tiny, and then I don't have a lot of stuff. I only keep stuff that I need. I don't like clutter, so I only keep stuff that I need. But the things that I need are actually like too much for my apartment. So whenever I start to feel like the walls are closing in, I try to declutter, take out some clothes, take out some shoes, do all of those things. So these are like a couple of things. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I was actually quite confused about the title of the video. I wasn't sure if I should say it's a self-care video, but in a way, like I explained earlier, it's still like a self-care video. These are things that are very, very important to me. If I go for too long without doing any of those things, or might be like I won't craze. So yeah, I would really, really love to know what you guys do to unwind, what you do when you feel stressed, when you feel overwhelmed. What do you like to do? So let me know in the section. Let me know down below. Just tell me. And then I can't wait for when I'm bougie and rich and I'm living this like flamboyant lifestyle. When it's like whenever I'm stressed, I'll just take a trip to Dubai. I'll go to Paris. I'll just go to New York. I'll go take myself on a shopping spree, hotels, scented candles, all of those bougie things. Like I can't wait for that. But for now, these are like the things. Even when I'm rich, I think I think doing these things is still going to be like very, very, very important to me. So these are the things that I do for self-care. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up. I beg, like this video because I'm actually shooting this video at around I think it's about 1 a.m. in the night. So you can imagine I'm supposed to be sleeping, but I'm here talking to myself, talking to you actually in front of the camera. So please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it. And I'm really, really curious. I really want to know what you guys do for self-care. So tell me, share it with me. And yeah, I can't wait to see you next week. I hope you enjoyed this video. Mwah, mwah. Bye. Till next week.